Tyler, good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I want to jump right in with both feet here because someone told me years and years and years ago that I should just buy stock in Lionsgate because of all of the movies that they carry that I love. And a lot of them are, the straight-to-video horror type genre. This one, though, seems like it's a different level. It's called Alone. It's a pandemic thriller. Perfect time for that to come out. So
I know, right? Well, I really appreciate you saying all that nice stuff. That's very cool.
But let's talk about Alone for a second. A pandemic thriller coming out during a pandemic, maybe a little questionable. Your character, Aiden, during an outbreak, barricades himself inside, and it says that the complex is overrun by infected screamers? The hell?
That's right, yes. We wanted to come up with a new term for zombies, and our zombies are different than any other zombie that's, it's always, people always try to come up with different ways that we can, bring excitement to zombies, and what's cool about ours is that their last human thought and last human emotion stays with them. So there's still a little bit of humanity left in them, which makes it even harder to kill them, So it's an interesting take on zombies, and we call them screamers because they scream. They scream their last thought all the time. So if they're saying that I'm okay, they scream I'm okay when they're a zombie or a screamer, and it's pretty intense. We filmed this before the pandemic was even a question, we had no idea. We filmed this well over a year ago. And it's pretty remarkable. I don't know if we put it out in the universe, so you can blame us if you want to. But yeah, we filmed this way before a pandemic even happened, and it's super timely. And I think a lot of people are going to relate. My character is quarantined for 40 days. He has a social distance relationship. There's a pandemic going on. He's alone for the first time, which a lot of people were alone, inside their head and kind of dealing with inner demons. And so it's pretty timely.
We're here right now with Tyler Posey. The movie is Alone. I don't think that you guys were the ones that started the pandemic. I'm pretty sure that I was, because I was supposed to do my first 5 minutes of stand-up comedy the Friday after everything went into lockdown. So I think that it was the universe saying, nobody's ready for that.
Well, you know what? I'm ready. I can be your test subject.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I don't think any of my jokes fly anymore because of the pandemic. It has turned everything around. In fact, I would imagine that you have had some stuff put on the back burner because right now we can't film anything. But do you have any irons in the fire, so to speak?
I actually just finished a film last night, an indie thriller, another little thriller, not as crazy as Alone. But I got that in the books. I was doing a cartoon years before the pandemic started, and it carried into the pandemic, and I got to do it from my home. I have a bunch of recording equipment set up here. So I've actually been pretty busy, which I've been very fortunate about.
That's awesome. We're here with Tyler Posey. You know him from Teen Wolf, Jane the Virgin, Scream, Fast and Furious. I would have to bring up your IMDb and scroll until my finger broke in order to list off everything else that you've done. What's your favorite genre to act in?
I love it all, honestly. I just love being on set, and I do love thrillers. Teen Wolf for years was like a horror kind of thriller show, and I really got to exercise those juices on there. But I love it all. I really do. I'm also in a band. I've been playing in bands since I was 12 years old, and I'm lucked out with a huge producer. So I'm on a label right now with my producer, and he produces Blink-182, and which is perfect because my band is a punk rock band. I've really enjoyed my career. I've been doing it since I was 6 years old, and I directed an episode of Teen Wolf. I've created other projects. I've written a bunch of projects, and I'm pitching them to Netflix. And it doesn't stop with acting. Absolutely not. I think doing it for so long, I've been doing it for 23 years, and I've just only gained an appreciation for filmmaking. And I realized that that's really where my heart is at, because you get to be so creative. I love film. I love camera operating. I love being behind the lens physically, literally behind the lens. I love camera operating. I love editing. There's so much creativity you can do in editing. I love producing. I love writing. I love it all. I really do. I just love being creative, no matter what it is, whether it's making food or playing music or directing a movie. It's all in my gamut. I love it.
I can't help but picture you as one of those one-man bands with the knee cymbals and the big drum and all of that stuff all going on at once. But as you were slowly making your climb and people started to go, hey, rather than you're that dude from, but they started to really recognize you, know your work, and know your name, did you find yourself in a certain surreal situation? Either you were at a party with someone who you idolized and they recognized you, or you found yourself, I don't know, on a red carpet somewhere and you couldn't believe, pinch me, you know, one of those moments. What was a pinch me moment for you?
A pinch me moment, I gotta say, I mean, they've all been pinch me moments, literally, my whole entire life. You know, I'm always just so in awe of everything my career has brought me, and super appreciative and grateful for it all. But I was at Comic-Con one year. Teen Wolf was a big presence at Comic-Con for years. And Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad,
wow,
all the other great stuff that he's done. I was at a party, and he looked at me, and he's like, Teen Wolf, oh my God, you're my guilty pleasure. He had to get a picture with me. He's like, I need to get a picture with this guy, which is bizarre because it would have been the other way around, you know? And it was so cool, man. He really dug me, and that was by far a pinch me moment. It was so cool.
Aaron Paul wants to get a picture with Teen Wolf.
How cool is that?
Tyler Posey, thank you so much. The movie is Alone. It's a pandemic thriller. You got to check it out. And, of course, see Tyler and everything that he has got coming up. Because if he's a friend of my show, he's a friend of yours, too. Tyler Posey, thanks so much.
Thank you, Steph. I really appreciate it.